friends, welcome back to my channel. Sassy. I'm here for a review, recap, none of those things, y'all. I'm not doing a review or a recap. I'm just going to hit the hot spots of this episode. They didn't give us much, so this is just a hot spot, okay? That's all y'all gonna get from me today, child. What y'all having for supper? See, after I finish here, I'm gonna make me some mashed potatoes and some meatballs. What y'all put in y'all's meatballs? Put down below. Cause see, that conversation will probably be more interesting than this episode. Of course you can leave a comment about this episode, but what y'all put in y'all's meatballs? I'll probably post a picture on my Instagram stories or on my community wall, child. I'll post a picture. All my social medias are down below. Just click and follow. And if you're new here, why haven't you joined the family? I'm just wondering why you're not joining the family. Because see, over here in these parts, in these neck of the woods, we get down with the get down. Now let's talk about this episode, because I ain't going to keep y'all. No, sir. Child, let's start off with Jiggle that Jenny and Submit. Now, as we know last week, honey, she had a full-blown meltdown, child, because her visa did not get renewed. It got denied or canceled, on pause or something. And honey, her veins was sticking out the side of her neck. She was screaming at Submit. Why am I here? It's been 10 years, a long, hard journey. Side note, how old is Jigglenet Jenny? Now, I thought she was 62, turning 63. On the screen, it said 63. Now, some of y'all was telling me she's 64. But then, this episode, she was talking about Social Security. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you get your Social Security when you're 65? Let's talk about that down below. Because I'm like, how old is Jigglenet Jenny? So she's still mad at Submit. Because again, Submit is not marrying her. And so she says, listen, this has never happened. I'm going to have to go back to the United States. I done been out here 5 times. Submit come talking about, calm down, calm down. Let's talk about it, calm down. How is it that a 30-some-year-old man is telling a 60-something-year-old woman to calm down? Just ridiculous. So she gets up, she storms off, she in there packing her bags. She said, you know how you can fix this. Marry me. All this will go away. We ain't got to worry about no visas. We ain't got to worry about figuring it out. We ain't got to do all this. What can happen and what can help is you marry me. So marriage is out of the question. Honey, Submit didn't say a word. So then we see the Dumbling duo, and all that hollering and squalling, crying, snot flying, knocking over the Dollar General furniture, screaming, yelling, veins popping out her head, her neck jiggling. Come to find out, it was a clerical error. I said, Lord, have mercy. All that, child. So then they go and talk to an immigration lawyer. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't they done talked to an immigration lawyer before? So they go and talk to an immigration lawyer to see how she can stay in India. So Submit is doing everything but marry her. Jigglenet is doing everything she can to stay in India. So then the lawyer says, well, you can give up your American citizenship. Now at that moment, if Jeannie would have looked at that man and said, of course I will give up my citizenship, I swear to God, I would have caught a plane, went over to India, slapped the dog shit out of Jeannie, and then came back home. I was like, Jeannie, you better not give up your citizenship. But she didn't. See, this is where the conversation went into her Social Security. She said, I worked hard my whole life. I'm not giving up my benefits. I'm not giving up my security. Now, was she talking about Social Security? Because like my homegirl Poetry said, she didn't say retirement. She said security. So, after all this, 10 years, 5 flights, 5 times she done been over to India, still not married. And then all of a sudden, this is the first time they ever heard that she could be a Hare Krishna. I said, do what? So now all of a sudden y'all can do that. Y'all didn't know all this 8 years, 7 years, 6, 5, 4 years ago. So now she's talking about being a Hare Krishna. I know I'm saying it wrong. Y'all look over. Y'all, if this ain't a hot mess, I don't know what is. Jeannie, 63, 4, 5, 86, 96, 126-year-old Jeannie, if you don't take your butt back home, this man is refusing to marry you. Now you gotta try to do something you never done before, just so you can stay in India. He gonna talk about, I love you, Jenny. I love you. Oof. Let's move on. Let's talk about Kenneth and Armando. Yes, they're back, honey. My favorite couple ever is back. They are in Mexico. Okay, they have their lovely daughter, all right? Armando's all about the vision board, child, and they're also planning their wedding. Now, they had a few stumbles and obstacles, okay? Because, you know, down there, they was having a hard time getting that license because they are a homosexual couple. But they got it. So now it's time to plan this wedding. Armando said, you might as well be ready for a party because it's going to be over 100 people on my side. I said 100 people. See, Kenneth was like, 100. Huh? Armando said, we doing right over here. So, of course, they're planning this. And we come to find out that Armando's father doesn't even know he's engaged, because as y'all know, Armando's father had a hard time with his son being a homosexual. So his father doesn't even know that he's engaged. His mom didn't even tell him, child. So they have to go and meet with the wedding planners, okay? Homosexual duo, honey, a power couple, child. So of course, Kenneth brought up, you know, the vendors, you know, the people that, you know, the cake, the floral, the venue. Okay, will they have a problem with us, you know, getting married? You know, 2 gay men. Are they gonna have a problem with it? So, of course, the wedding planners was like, listen, you may come across some stumbles, but we worry about that. There's ways around that, child. You let us handle it. We'll take care of you. Again, Armando said it's going to be 100 people. Kenneth said, I think not. Armando said, bump it up to 200. Kenneth said, you done lost your mind. And honey, the wedding planners was like 200. That sounded about right, because we do a big here. Kenneth was like 200 people. Now, we're going to have to talk about this number. 200 people? Good God almighty. Now, that's a party. My whole thing is, when they were meeting at the restaurant, where's the chips and salsa? Where's the guacamole? Where is the cheese dip? I was like, what y'all over here That's Kenneth and Armando, child. They just doing their wedding plans. Let's move on. This ain't gonna take long. Speaking of wedding, let's talk about Corey and Eveline, honey. It's time for them to get their wedding together. Corey was like, alright. Honey, Eveline said, let me tell you something. You might as well hit that wallet, because I ain't paying for nothing. See, over here in Ecuador, the mans pay for everything. Because, see, Corey worried about the budget. He was like, you gonna help me with this wedding? Eveline said, I know you done woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I ain't helping you with nothing. In fact, you paying for everything. In fact, you have asked me and waited and waited and waited and waited for me to say yes. I finally did. Even though you over there in Peru cutting the shot. You paying for it. See, Corey says we can have a nice wedding on a budget, which is true. Which is true. You can have a very nice wedding on the budget, but Eveline wants to do it right. See, she wants to show off to everybody in Ecuador. Corey, you still have a secret. You still have something to tell Eveline, and you talking about a wedding. Honey, the cost of the wedding is the least of your worries. You gotta tell your woman what you was doing in Peru. I tell you, these people's heads on backwards. What's wrong with you? So it's time to meet the Jennifer Lopez of Ecuador, honey. The top of the top wedding planner of Ecuador, honey. So they get down there. Because this is a spot that Eveline and Corey wants to get married. Some piece of property they done bought, child. Honey, that wedding planner looked at that and said, this ain't gonna work, child. There is no way y'all get married here. Child, something wrong with the sewage system. Some gonna fall in. People gonna collapse over in the water. We can't be setting up chairs on the side of a cliff. Y'all trying to hurt some folks. Oh, no. See, what we gonna do is go to another location and y'all gonna pay for it. See, here's my pamphlet. See, the Jennifer Lopez of Ecuador wasn't playing. She had location and cost. But see, it wasn't a package deal. This was itemized. Now, she could talk about that a wedding can cost you anywhere between $26,000 and $50,000. Honey, Corey almost swallowed his tongue. He said, I know the devil is a liar. See, my brother got married for $5,000 in the United States, and I know y'all ain't telling me in a third world country that a wedding's gonna cost $50,000 to $60,000. That's exactly what they're telling you, Corey. Exactly. Corey said, no, Eveline said, I don't care. You can whine, you can moan, you work 15 jobs. I want this wedding. Honey, the Jennifer Lopez of wedding planners, honey, she had a smile on her face. I have to agree with Corey right there. What y'all got in Ecuador? Because see, what I've seen, no wedding should be costing not even $2,000. That's just my opinion. Let's move on. Child, let's knock Elena out the way, child. Elena is over at her friends for Friendsgiving. As y'all know, she's on her way to the Caribbean, the little Jamaica, to be with Vincent. And they've already had their trials and tribulations because he a whole cheetah pumpkin eater out here in this world. She knows all this. She done gave up her business, her home, everything to move over there to this man. So the friends are concerned. They said, we concerned about this. How can you trust this man? This man done lied to you. He done cheated on you. And you packing up your whole life to go over. I don't know about this. This ain't right. So she was like, I trust him. I love him. He's my soulmate. And so they were all giving her the side eye. Y'all know the minute she left, they talked about her like a dog. They was like, Lord, our friend done lost her mind. So then they was talking about money. Is he aware of how much money you have? She was like, we talk about money. They said, do you send him money? I was like, of course she has. Of course she sent him money. See, they need a place to live when she get over there in Little Jamaica, that Caribbean. Where is it called? Providence, Providencia, whatever. And she's done sent him $5,000 to get the house together. Now this shack don't even have running water. And you done sent him $5,000. $5,000 in that? Honey, that's a hut. The whole thing should be $5,000 freshly built. Vincent, what you doing with that $5,000? So she said, don't worry about it. I gotta have running water. I gotta have a nice bathroom, bedroom, whatever. Just enough for us. But let's not forget, there's a hurricane coming. So of course the friends are rolling their eyes and they done got to cry, child, giving a hug. We gonna miss you. Take care. So she's on FaceTime with Vince. Now there's a hurricane coming and she already done sent this man $5,000 for this shack that'll probably huff and puff, blow the house down. So she says that she's feeling a type of way because, you know, he cheated on her. And isn't that woman that he cheated on her with, don't she live somewhere in the neighborhood? He said, don't worry about that. Okay? I messed up. But you can trust me. I love you. That's in the past, girl. But of course, Elena, it's still in the back of her head. It needs to be in the back of your head. So then we find out that it was going to start to be a category 2 or 3. Then we find out it's a category 5. Child, it's oh Lord. Elena, please stay home. Oh, she's going to be worried he's somewhere DEAD. Let's move on. Child, I was calling that girl Elena. It's Ellie, y'all. Ellie, okay? Ellie and Vincent. And it's Steven with the V and Elaine. Child, honey, they got me all messed up. Let's talk about Steven with a V. Steven with a V is moving to Turkey to be with his girlfriend, Russian girlfriend, Elaine. Now, y'all know he worked in pest control, and he had a hard time killing them roaches and beetle bugs and all that. He tells a story about some ants. He's at his job getting his last paycheck. His boss said, you sure about this? I mean, we hate to lose you, but you sure about quitting your job, going to Turkey to be with a woman you're not even sure of? Child, Steven with the V says she's top caliber. You don't let somebody like Elena go. You got to do whatever you can to keep her. And that's exactly what he's going to do. That's exactly what he is going to do. Now, let's not forget he mom. He momming, y'all. But see, he has a little secret. He haven't told Elena all of his business. Now let's talk about Elena. Elena's over in Russia. She lives with her mama and her grandma. Her mama look like her sister. Now her mama is in the kitchen cooking up some vittles. Now what was in that pot, y'all? Why was it red? Is it beets? Let's find out as a family what that was. Because I was like, what is that? What is that red concoction? And what did she call it? Borscht? Okay, so borscht, it is beets. Okay, potatoes, butter, onions, salt, celery, red cabbage. Honey, that sounds delicious. Tomatoes, sour cream, they put a little honey in it, some vinegar. Let me tell y'all something. Have y'all ate borscht? Honey, that sounds delicious. It didn't look too good, but it sounds like something I would throw down with. So, she's sitting there talking with her mom and her grandma, and of course her mama got reservations. She don't know this boy. She met this boy all of a day, a week, 2 days, whatever. And she was like, we don't him. Somebody we don't even know. And he a Mormon. Now you know them Mormon people ain't right. They in a cult. That's what she said. I didn't say that. Now see, the mama think that Mormon people takes people's organs. That they done got people in a bathtub somewhere doing surgery and selling it on the black market. Then where did y'all hear that from, Mama Elena? Stephen with the V ain't gonna be cutting up on nobody. He ain't gonna be cutting up on Elena and getting her kidneys. So Elena's like, don't worry about it, Mama, I got this. It's all good. I love him. He gonna take care of me. So of course that mom and that grandma said, I got my good eye. I don't trust it. I don't trust him. We don't know this boy. Too late. Because see, Elena's gonna take her butt over there to Turkey. But before she do, she gotta meet up with her homegirls. They got their reservations too. They don't know too much about Stephen with the V. He Mormon. He ain't quite right. They in the cults. They cutting up people in the bathtub, selling kidneys. So then Elena says that she don't fully trust Stephen with the V because Stephen said, asked her, while they're together, can he date other girls? Are y'all telling me that Stephen is a hoe out here in Utah? Stephen with the V? What does that V mean? What's that look like? What you doing with them two legs? Is that what them legs look like when you got them up in the air and waving them like you just don't care? Stephen! Throw them legs up, Stephen, honey! So of course Elena says, okay? I was very upset when he asked me could he date other girls. Because see, I'm a virgin. She said that her and Stephen want their first time to be pure. Now see, Elena, it may be pure for you, but it ain't gonna be pure for Stephen. Because see, he got these up in the air, honey. Stephen out here having fun. He ain't no virgin. Okay? And so the friends are like, listen, this don't sound right. See, what you do is you tease Steve. Won't you hire a girl to see how far he would take it? I said, what is this? Hire somebody. Honey, that is just a disaster waiting to happen. Leave that alone, Elena. Don't you go somewhere and hire some fool to just dangle in front of Steven. It'll backfire like an old Chevy. So it's time to FaceTime Stephen with the V, and Stephen's sitting there, child, and he done told Elena that he wants 2 different apartments. One for her and one for him. Because, see, he don't want the temptation. See, when they're together, they may have some bump, bump, bump. See, Elena's sexy. And he gonna have these urges. See, he been fighting these urges. And then he says that he is not a virgin. Stephen, how many women you done been with over there in Utah? Stephen that like he's some type of Mac Daddy. That's how you doing it? See, you don't worry about breaking the insects back. You don't have no problem. See, you have a problem breaking the insects back. You ain't got no problem breaking them women's back, honey, Stephen. Yeah. Woo, cha. So Elena says absolutely not. Okay? What in the world? I'm not going to be going to Turkey and being by myself. You're going to be by me. We stand together. What's wrong with you? So Stephen was like, it's urges. But the first night, I will sleep with you. We will stay together. Okay? Well, not sleep, but they will stay together. I'll sleep on the couch. And then we'll talk about it. Stephen with the V, you just messing up all around, child. Just all around. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, honey, R&B. Let me tell y'all something. I don't buy it. I don't buy this little storyline right here. I don't buy it. Too many red flags going on. Now, as we know, All's ex-husband come to visit. Guess who's coming to dinner? All them got all done up. She got her makeup on, Maybelline face. She got on a leopard print dress. She going to get her nails done. See, B see all this. B said, I know not. Now see, last night you look like who done it, what for? Now you look like some type of cover girl model. What is going on? And that leopard dress is a little too short. It's too short. Honey, R is tipping around, ain't she? R said, don't I look good? Hey, hey, come on over here. Come on. Let's go get my ex-husband. So the ex-husband come, honey. There's a whole lot of hugging going on. But see, before that, when she was getting her nails done, she didn't have her wedding ring on. Also, on this particular day that your ex-husband come, you don't have on your wedding ring. B said, I know you lied. Where your wedding ring at? She said, you're not supposed to wear that. B said, no, not. Now I'm putting up with a lot, but you wearing that wedding ring. I paid $2.99 for that. Honey, B was mad as hell. Did y'all see him stomp out of there? He went and found that wedding ring. He said, here, put it on. I'm tired of you. She was like, thank you kindly. Boop. Boy, that tripped me out, man. Woo! So the ex-husband come, kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy, honey, he had luggage. I said, how long he staying? Honey, All's face lit up, child. She was ready. So it was time to go back home. They showing them around. Beautiful baby. Honey, is it Avi? Ain't he the cutest thing? Oh, what a cute kid. So Avi's like, eh. So B picks up Avi. Avi was like, who this white man? Dad? Too. So here comes the ex-husband. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come over here to stepdaddy. I'm your stepdaddy. Shh. See, the ex-husband let it be known that B might as well get over it. Because see, he gonna spend a whole lot of time with R and Avi. So here is Avi just smiling and, happy. That's a happy baby, ain't it? And here is B seething. He was like, did you see how Avi was kicking and moving? He almost scratched him. He yanked off his glasses. Honey, B was shook. Honey, he's juggling the glasses. He's shook. He don't know what to do. He was like, Avi don't like him. It's gift time. So the ex-husband brought gifts. Gifts. Okay, that's fine. But this is where I say this have to be made up. There is no way an ex-husband will pull out 2 bras and give him to his ex-wife. Y'all, where we live at? I don't buy it. And B is just sitting there. Here is all. Oh, okay, yeah. Thanks for the bras, because I can't get them bras in Africa. Excuse me, don't Amazon ship everywhere? You mean to tell me you can't order them bras from girlfriend picked these out. I want everybody to know this. My girlfriend picked these out. I ain't have nothing to do with this. See, all asked me to get her some bras. My girlfriend picked them out. Who's your girlfriend that would pick out 2 bras so you can give them to your ex-wife? She ain't too right. Not quite right. It'll be a cold day in hell before I buy or pick out 2 bras so you can give them to your ex-wife. Go kick high bricks. Child, it was awkward. It was weird. Giving her the bras. Here is B. That is very inappropriate. That is something you don't do. It's inappropriate. B, this whole thing is inappropriate and weird. So then the ex-boyfriend done pulled out some speakers. Done gave him the B. The whole thing was awkward. And then we had all talking about that how they broke up. She said, we really didn't break up. I just left you. We was on hiatus. You talking like this like B is not sitting there. See, earlier she was trying to crack jokes about how they could have had a child. Her and the ex-husband. I said, oh, this is not the time for you to crack jokes. So now she's getting emotional about their breakup. She done started crying. I said, no way this is real. No way. Here's B just looking at her like, what is going on? Now the ex-husband up in here, he gonna try to take my whole family. He gonna try to be stepdaddy to my baby. He gonna try to take my soon-to-be wife and leave. B, what's wrong with you? He has no business in your house to begin with, and stay. And your fiance sitting there crying over another man. What y'all think about this episode? Y'all know what to do. Leave it down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye!